All right, let's take a look at how to solve a question like this. This is the fourth root of the fraction 1/3 multiplied by the fourth root of the whole number 48. And I've just said that this equals x. We don't know what it equals quite yet. But the first thing we should notice is that for each of these factors, we are taking the fourth root. Since we are working with the same type of radical, that fourth root radical, we can actually bring both of these factors together under the same roof. So we can say this is the same thing as the fourth root of 1/3 times 48. This actually simplifies a little bit. This will be the fourth root of 16 equals x. And from here, if we are able to take a fourth root or we happen to have these memorized, we can just solve. I'm going to show you how to do this on the TI calculator. Supposing that you want to take the fourth root of something, we're going to start by actually putting the 4 into our calculator. Then you're going to click on the Math button right here, and notice option number 5 has a little variable in the index position on our radical. We're going to go down to option number 5, and since our 4 is sitting side by side with that index variable x, we're telling the calculator we want to take the fourth root, and then the 16 goes inside, hit enter, and we have a 2. So it turns out that the fourth root of 16 is a perfect root, and the fourth root of 16 is exactly 2, and that equals x. So this is one way that you can solve this. I'm going to actually show you another way that you can solve this. Okay, I've cleared the board, and we're going to suppose that we have no calculator available to us, and we have no way to find a fourth root, and we have no idea how to even think about fourth roots. What should we do? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to make things a lot simpler. I'm going to start by taking every piece of this equation and raising it to the fourth power. So every single piece of the entire equation, every factor, gets raised to the fourth power. When we raise a fourth root to the fourth power, these two operations are inverses. They undo one another. And we have brought that 1/3 and that 48 out from underneath the radical. And on the other side, we have x to the fourth power. Now, as we saw in the other strategy, we know that 1/3 times 48 will equal 16. So I have 16 equals some number raised to the fourth power. From here, you can probably solve this visually. But if you could not solve it visually, you would have to take the fourth root of both sides. I think we can all just kind of guess. If we weren't sure, we could do, well, 2 to the third power, that's 8, that's not quite enough. 2 to the fourth power, that is 16, and that's exactly what we need. So x must be 2. So this is 2 to the fourth power equals 16, and there it is. So another way that you can go about solving this by kind of removing the radicals in the very beginning.